Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And I noticed in the last video that the French are building up forces here along the Dutch and Belgian border, so they must have military access. Now, I don't know if they can actually attack me through a neutral country because neither Belgium or the Netherlands are at war with me. When I first saw this, I was actually like, wait, what? When did the Dutch and the Belgians join the war? But this is actually, these are French troops here. That kind of took me by surprise. And they don't have a lot of units over here to defend in case they did attack. I mean, they do have quite a lot of force build up here. I, in between videos, have also moved a lot of my air forces around. Now, because they're in movement, they're not going to be deployed just yet, but I'm going to be having a lot of them end up transferring over here into Italy so we can bomb the crap out of southern France. And I also did start up my fighter mission over here in the Eastern Sea again. We should outnumber my opponents according to what numbers we see here. And we'll have to see how those that fight goes. I'm using mostly my Focke-Wulf 190s. I don't know if they're the more current version, but the better of the planes that I have to fight them here. So we'll have to see how that goes. And I also transferred some of my planes, or I am transferring some of the planes that are over here in Turkey over into the Caucasus region, over into this airport, or, you know, just at least close to the front, because now the Caucasus region is starting to become less and less relevant as we're pushing along, so we're going to need to get the planes up closer. And I did just start an encirclement here, which we're about to see the results of. So let's go ahead and start time. But before I do that, do I want to remove some of these forces overall that are in reserve over here to protect against an enemy thrust? I don't have room in either of the armies here. Oh, I realize now that this army has been in the east for a while, so let's move that over. And, you know, there's a number of things I could do. For instance, I could take the army here that's in reserve in case Poland fell and bring it over to the west. But I'm not sure if I'm ready for moves like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over to the west here and create a new army, and we'll assign it a commander of decent skill. Let's say we use the Panzer leader here. And I'm going to keep most of these guys in reserve, but I do want the infantry coming over here and protecting. As a matter of fact, let's strategically move you there so you get there a little quicker. The airfield, at the very least. All right, well, let's go ahead and go forward now. All right, so this should be relatively quick. As a matter of fact, I can reroute these guys to down here while those guys continue to move. And while that's going on, do I continue to push? All right, so one of my units here is getting bogged down. Oh, that's an Italian group. We could help them out. You know what? I'm going to push here instead. There we go. Okay. I don't see a reason why not to cross the river here. We might be able to encircle, and I'll take half of these guys and we'll cross the river if they're not going to fight me at that point. And I do have a mountain division in here that is not doing anything. I'll just tell it to advance. That way we have everything fighting. Okay. Alright, so we're across the river here. I'm tempted to come out this way and cross the river, but I might get cut off from supply if I'm not careful. But honestly, if the Soviets try and cut me off from supply, then, well, that's, you know, troops that I might be able to cut off from supply. So let's see if we can encircle these guys. All right. I'm going to take these guys, split them in half, and help with this fight. And then we can actually tell how many divisions are trapped here. Just 2, it looks like. Okay. Anyway, I guess I'll move those guys up into there. And I guess we'll go ahead and have these guys cross the river because we have other troops moving. And you guys can come over here so that these guys can cross the river. Yeah, we're making pretty good progress here, and I have another, I think, opportunity to encircle some units, so we'll go ahead and take advantage. And I'll just go ahead and continue to cross this way, and then all we have to do is cross over a couple more spaces, and we'll be good to go. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and cue that move. And all right, so we got a factory that just popped up. And I'm assuming that is the last of the factories that I had queued to build, other than all these ones down here. And then we're going to be working on airfields in the near future. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get some of these airfields up so that they'll get produced. Because I don't really need the oil right now because we're trading for oil from the Turks, who just acquired the oil from the Soviets. So where do we want to assign that factory? Well, I think it's a no-brainer. We continue with the fighter production. I think most everything else, yeah, I do need more mechanized equipment. And honestly, I think that's the one thing that I'm really severely short on. I mean, yeah, this keeps cropping up. Oh, speaking of which. Okay, we're not quite... That research must be close, then. Yeah, 15 days. Is there something I should be producing that I'm not? I just want to make sure I have the best tech for everything. So, anti-tank is appropriate. Okay. Artillery is good. All right, well, I just want to make sure. So I'm torn either to get more fighter production or more mechanized. And I'm leaning towards the fighter production because right now that's what we need for the fight against Britain. Oh, we need aluminum. All right, we'll trade for that. Aluminum. All right, Hungary's got plenty of aluminum, so we'll just go ahead and trade for that. So at this point, resources is not really a problem. I would prefer to prevent further war, but also we're not being affected by blockades at pretty much at all, as far as I understand it. I'm not even aware of losing any convoys, although it's possible they're just not sending me the messages, letting me know about it. Okay, how is the fighting up north going? Okay, so we're moving along. We got a defense here. I guess I might as well push these guys while we're defending. This fight is still going on. I did send some tank units down here to help fight. I do see a vacant spot here, but I'm just going to go ahead and push here. Because one of my goals here is to... Alright, so we're not being attacked anymore. Don't see a reason why we don't push here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to encircle troops or not. Anyway, what I was saying is, my goal for the Soviet Union is to try and take Moscow before the winter hits. All right. I don't really have necessarily a set goal for a lot of what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of doing it because I can. I don't know if I try and encircle these guys too. I don't know if I have enough manpower to pull it off right this second, so I guess we'll just get troops into position rather than try and encircle. So we'll just cross here. Just kind of chill for a minute because some of my guys are really lacking organization. And I think if I continue to push for some of this, that it's not really going to get me anywhere. Yeah, so I want to take Moscow before the winter hits because I am concerned about what's going on over here in the west. And I want to address that as quickly as possible so I can draw all my units that are over there and get them into the fight. Let's see about these guys that have now shown up. So we have a bunch of units that are going to be standing by. So let's put them into southern France. Okay, well, at least 2. All right, so now let's find them and make sure they have missions. So strategic bombing, close air support. And then over here, there really, I don't think is anything in the... I mean, there's units up here that we could be bombing. But how is these guys reach for the next air region? Probably really terrible. So what I could do is grab the tactical bombers instead. I don't have access to these airports yet, unfortunately. I don't know if the Turks haven't had possession of them long enough or something. But let's see what we can do up here. All right, they're plenty good for range, so we'll just do some ground support with that tactical bomber group. And we'll keep the close air support in this region because they are, range-wise, not going to be able to tackle this region very well. All right. Let's continue. All right, these guys have been wiped out. Let's go ahead and take some of these units and reroute them. And you guys can come in here, I guess. You know what? Why don't you actually queue to go there? And then we'll have these guys queue to go there, so they can't break out too easily. Okay. Alright. Once this encirclement move... Oh, for a second there I thought something was going on over here that I didn't like. Alright, we're having to defend, but we're going to have troops marching in there pretty soon to help with that defense. We have got a defense over here as well. Ooh, they're trying to break out. I don't want that to happen. So let's fight to stop it. Alright, I'm going to go up north because I do know that there is movement that I want to get going here. So let's go like that and like that. Push these guys out. And then I'm just going to keep an eye over here on the west every so often. So over here, how is the fighting going? We've lost 37 fighters. They've lost 44 and 1 bomber. All right, so that is better losses. I mean, I don't like the losses, but at the moment, we outnumber them. And it does look like maybe my allies have some stuff in here. You know, I'm going to go ahead and throw the naval bombers into here as well. So let's take a look at that. So we've got... You go ahead and just do naval strike. Now, I might lose them as well, but hopefully that will help overall. Okay. And then over here, Our bombers are not being opposed yet. Nope, they're not. And we are losing some, probably to anti-aircraft. Oh, all that's to accidents. Some anti-aircraft losses. But a lot of troops bombed. We're getting buildings bombed, which is all good stuff. All right. So over here, I want to continue to push. Let's see if we can get to the city. So I'm going to go here. All right, so we've got this group who's going to push in here. All right. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay, so these guys are officially cut off now. So let's cancel this attack. Let them attack. Yep, there we go. Then we'll cross in and attack from multiple directions. And just be patient with the rest. Alright, we got naval stuff. Alright, so they were sending battleships against me. And I have my naval bombers trying to attack them. So that's interesting. And air fight continues. So we did lose a bomber and out of all this, but they continue to lose fighters. If they continue to lose them at this rate, I think we're that's a good thing. We're going to try and push the British and out. Ooh, good, we captured this. This was something I did also, just as an attempt to capture some British land. So we got the port. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a mission so that we capture all that stuff from the British. And these guys are doing pretty good, pushing the French back in Syria. Oh, we have a unit here that's not doing anything. That got overlooked. So let's go ahead and strategically deploy them. And we'll deploy them over here somewhere. We don't have any troops over there. And the Japanese and Italians are making good gains over here. Getting close to a city and capturing it. Alright. We defeated that unit. I guess we might as well stop that advance and throw what units we have here into this fight. Alright, we got another. Okay, so we managed to kill some of their fighters and naval bombers here. And we lost some of our own, but they lost much more, so I'm happy with that. It would have been nice if we'd taken out carriers. But they have a lot more carriers than I would have thought. I think I've killed already a couple. Alright, so let's go back up north. Here. Alright, so we've already defeated that group. And pretty soon we're going to have the tanks and everything showing up. So, might as well have you guys stay where you are. And yeah, no, you can't do that. So alright. That's fine. Whatever. Just show up there eventually. And then we'll do another push here when we get a chance. So we'll just wait a little bit. Alright. Well, they're going to have a defense, so we're going to have a little bit of time. Did I not? Oh, okay. So we've got our naval bombers and the carrier are, I guess, going at it. And take a look at the losses again. So we've got 43 and 4 versus 59 and 1. All right, again, We're on top, so hope it stays that way. And oh, are the Italians actually succeeding here? They are. I don't know if they'll be able to manage it, but that'd be nice. We also have this cavalry unit that's just sitting around. Let's go ahead and have that come over this way. And then you guys can charge in here. More naval stuff going on. You know, maybe I should continue with the motorized across the next river. We might be able to capture this city. The push towards Stalingrad is going to be tough, but I'm going to at least attempt it. I mean, anyway, there are, you know, cities worth decent victory points around here. And we do want the Soviets to capitulate, so let's work for that eventuality. Alright. Go back up north. Alright, so these guys are going to... How about you, like, move in or something? There you go. Just go ahead and push here. And I have to wait until these guys all get together. Because then we'll push here, I guess. At this point, I'm just trying to advance this as fast as possible. Although, maybe a more intelligent way of doing this would be... Oh, we left some divisions behind. So let's have them come in here. Yeah, we left some divisions behind here, too. Get in there. Alright, we've got some tech done. Alright, with that tech being done, what else can I work on? It is now... No, it's still 42. So this isn't yet... Well, it's researchable, but it's not... I'm not able to do that without it being ahead of time. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to do rocketry. It's only going to take 29 days, even though it's ahead of time. Because I eventually want to work on rocket engines. And get some rocket bases that we can bombard France and England with. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. Considering how quick that's going to take. I could also have gone with the possibility of getting the atom bomb, but I think that's a little bit... I don't know if that's the route I want to take with this playthrough. Okay, so these guys have been wiped out. So let's... come across here with these infantry, and motorized are going to come over there as well. And then these guys, I would like to strategically redeploy to over here so that I can bring these motorized troops over across the river as well. All right. Then I guess the next move is to push on these guys. So let's get on that. Let's see what the naval battles are. All right, so we killed some more carrier stuff, and we went after their battleships. Okay. How is the fighter campaign going? I mean, we're losing stuff, for sure, but they're losing more. But it's close. And it looks like that fight is over. We still have more naval stuff going on. I'm killing a lot of their carrier planes, for sure. Anyway, how is the bombing going on in southern France? Still more or less unopposed. And we're still bombing stuff. Alright, that's good. I think my assaults down here in the south are going to start coming to a halt. Getting, oh, we have divisions over here. Go ahead and strategically redeploy them. And we'll deploy them over here somewhere. And these guys here don't need to stay where they are because I've already advanced along the river far enough, so... I think at this point, if I make any gains, it's either capturing cities or encircling units is what I should be going for. So, with that in mind, I think I want to encircle these guys here. So we're going to try and grab them. So, where would be the best place to encircle them? Possibly I should attack here. And attack here. And maybe I'd only get this one group in, but that'd be okay, I think. So, I think we're just going to march these guys over here. And I think with the motorized divisions, once their defense is over, we'll make some moves here. Alright, I guess I'll make some moves here. So we'll go ahead and move up into there. We'll have another division come over there. And then we'll have these two divisions. Actually, we'll grab these guys, throw them up there, and have these two divisions support. Alright, that's what I'm going to do for the south for now. Let's focus on the north. Alright, so I've managed to push in there. I'm just defending right now. We may have a cutoff opportunity here, so I'm going to go for it. So if we can cross here, we'll capture these guys. Or how about this? You guys do that move. Tanks, just do this move. Because the motorized stuff should be quicker. Alright, tanks, follow up. Motorized, you're still on the way. Alright, you guys have pushed. Because I'd like to encircle, I'm going to go ahead and move here. And then we're going to try and come around maybe. We'll just have to see how that works. Okay. Manage that. Alright, you guys hop in here so we can do the encircle. And just tell these guys to move along. Okay. We're having to defend here, unfortunately. So the cutoff is maybe going to be a little bit slow. Alright, we got another tech come out. And with that tech, let's go ahead and, now that we've gotten rid of that rocketry thing, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then I would like to go into production and replace the current artillery, or was it artillery? No, it was this, to infantry equipment level 3. And it looks like we're going to be a little short on steel. So let's go into trade and steel. How much do we need? 10. All right, well, both Sweden and Italy have that. I'll go with Sweden here. So they're running low on steel, though. Let's take a look at our naval accomplishments. So 1-for-1 trade there, and nothing resulting in that fight. Let's take a look at the air fight. So, ooh, wow, we're really starting to make progress here. 105 versus 61 and 14. So, we're really doing good damage to their fighters. And we're making good progress overall. So I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. So let's take a look at how the war is going so far. So the United Kingdom's a little under 300,000 losses. And the British Raj is at about 115. And then we've got 155 for the French. So overall, where are our losses? We've lost under 100,000. So we're not doing too bad in the British campaign. The country taking the most losses at the moment and also contributing the highest, well, not the highest, but close to the highest, is the Italians. So they have 206,000 casualties, which is still below what the British have lost. So that's good to see. Turkey's lost quite a few casualties as well, though. So if we were to total all these together, I'd probably say the Allies are winning casualty-wise. Now, for the Soviet war, the Soviets have lost 2.75 million casualties, and they are getting close to capitulation. Wow. And I think taking Moscow will probably do a lot for that. So if we can achieve that before the winter hits, well, that's what we need to go for anyway. Mongolia and Xinjiang are still holding on by a thread because the Japanese haven't finished them off, and Greece and Yugoslavia have been wiped out. Otherwise, what are our casualties like? We've got 395,000, so pretty decent. We have the highest war contribution, but, it's pretty decent across the board, with Japan having the second most contribution here. All right, in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.